Hey guys, Ninja here back with another video after all this time been gone really long. I'm not a VTuber right now, so that VTuber thing we're done with that. Don't worry about it. We're just here in the now right now. And one thing I really want to talk about, I haven't really like too much talked about the Switch at all, the Switch 2 whatever. If I do like live streams, I don't really talk about it too much, but I did want to sit down and talk about it here. There's been a lot of misinformation, I would say, about the Switch 2, and I'm going to talk today about the game card. That's why I looked into the most. I feel like I'm comfortable talking about that, I would say. So one thing that I've been seeing go around a lot is everybody thinks that every single game is going to be a Switch key card game, which is not true. I can see why people think that, because the way Nintendo did their initial reveal of it, they kind of made it seem like every game was like that, and they just said it's a thing now, and then like elaborate which games were, which games weren't really too much. So I don't really blame people for not knowing that. You didn't look into it yourself. You looked at like the direct one for that, then yeah, I would think that too. But one thing I see people say that every game's key card, that's wrong. So game key cards, they are basically, you would take like I don't got one in front of me. Oh my goodness, I don't got a game, like the little chip you get inside. Don't use that code. Y'all don't use that code. Hold on, is this code used? I don't know. Let me cut it out. Let me take the code out real quick. I think I could use that for 3 months online. So like, you get the game. It has at the bottom, it will say that you could have, it's a full game download on the cart. So basically the cart is like telling the system, okay, you own this game now, you can go download it. Which, I mean, it's kind of whack. I kind of like it, but at the same time don't. The reason why I say that is because with the Switch one, some of you guys may know, like some games you could get like they're just the code in the box type deal, whatever. And then when you go download it, you just take you to the eShop, download the game, whatever, you're done with it. Not really a point of going all the way to the store, buy a code in the box, which this is kind of like that, but it is a physical digital game, and it has more resale value in the now, the service shutdown, whatever. So if you get tired of the game, something like that, want to lend it, trade it, you can, because it's physically in your hand. You go pop into a different system and it will take you to the eShop to download that game again. But the caveat with that is you have to also have that key card inside your console if you want to play like any other physical game with a Switch. So one really downside as well is, I've been seeing, I don't know if it's time to confirm, I'm not gonna double triple down on it, but it's looking like that all Switch 2 cartridges are going to be just 64 gigabytes. So that really, that's another thing as well. And before we had like 4, 8, and then so on and so forth, going all the way up to I think 32 gigabytes. I'm not 100% sure, but we had more options with our game cards, but now it's just the one option of 64. So it's going to be, a toll on the whatever game is going to come to Switch, whatever company manufacturer, whatever they won't put a game on the Switch 2. That's going to cost extra as well. So the list I have right here for all the confirmed key card games are Bravely Default HD Remaster, which is a game I was looking forward to. Still looking forward to. I'm probably by digital, don't really matter, but it kind of sucks that's down the cartridge, but whatever. That is 11 gigabytes in total. So that one's okay. It's like, okay, I guess. Because the Nintendo really didn't give people or developers an option. It's either you do the 64 or nothing. Well, I guess that is the option, but like it's just you do it, you don't really. It's not like you could get like, let's say this 11 gigabyte game, it go in a 16 gigabyte cartridge easily, but they don't have that. So that's another thing. EA Sports Madden NFL 26, that is 62 gigabytes. That could have been on the cartridge, but they didn't do it. Which I feel like the games that are like closer to the 60s, like I would say like 40 and above, merit being on the cartridge, I would say, but you know, that depends on the developers really. Hitman World Assassination Signature Edition, that is 59.6 gigabytes. Hogwarts Legacy is 17 point, no, it's just 17 straight. Yeah, 17 gigabytes straight. No Sleep for I don't know this game, Konami, the AI Silent Files game, whatever, that game, 8 gigabytes. Puyo Puyo Tetris 2S, 3 gigabytes. Mystery of the Soulless Army is 11.8 gigabytes, and Sonic X Shadow is 14.7 gigabytes. Then I don't have the Star Wars Outlaw or the Street Fighter one yet. And then Yakuza 0 is 53.7. So I feel like Yakuza could have been on that card. Hitman and EA Sport, Madden NFL, I don't got EA Sports, but those definitely merit being on the card. Now I don't know the back end of, like, I'm hearing it costs like 14 extra per card to do it, so I don't know. I'm just hearing that's how it is really. So I guess the positive thing for me with this whole situation is that it allows smaller developers. Let's say like I'm making a game, whatever, or I have a game on the Switch, and it's like, let's say Waffle Warriors 1, 2, I don't care, and then I want that game to be seen more, because you know, if it's on the eShop, it's piles of shovel on the eShop. It's honestly ridiculous. They need to manage that as well. But this is a way for the developers to easily have their games on shelves, to get more of a push in your face ordeal. Like you walk to like GameStop, Walmart, whatever, you'll see the game on the shelf instead of having to scroll all the way through until eShop to see games, which is a plus, honestly. But the caveat to that is that if a developer doesn't want to spend that whole extra to get a 64 gigabyte cartridge, they could just, majority would probably opt in to just have the key card, so you put it in to download the game, which is for preservation is super whack. I would say it kind of sets it depends on how we see this go. If developers are willing, just like CD Projekt Red were willing to have Cyberpunk entirely on the cartridge, and that's, you know, that's a pretty, I think that game, I think that takes up all, I don't know if we have a little download adder, I think it takes up just about all of it. I don't know if it's like a 60, 62 like how NFL is, I don't know, I didn't write it down, my apologies. But if developers go that route, that would be a good thing, but we just don't know, we gotta see. But I just wanted to talk about that for a little bit, just because a lot of people have been like, every game is going to be, you know, a key card game, like Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong, things like that. Those are not key card games. You could literally go on Nintendo's website right now and see what games are and what games aren't. So I just want you guys, you know, just be a little informed, just have a little talk, hey, I'm back on YouTube. That's kind of, you know, little thing. I just want to talk about that really fast. And with the key card situation, I'm kind of indifferent still, because you really got to see how this plays out in the future, because, you know, obviously, you know, servers will shut down eventually, and these key card games will be rendered useless. So it really sucks for the consumer, but for the developer side of things, it's a good thing. So it's not helping us, but it's helping small developers and things like that. But some big developers could take advantage of this. If you want to hear me talk about anything else with Nintendo, there's the whole brick and console thing I did want to talk about a little bit, and I believe I'm gonna talk about the price of the console, so things like that. You want to see those things, let me know. I'm definitely down to talk about things like that. Make sure you comment down below anything you want to talk about regarding it. I'll definitely be reading a lot of comments, all the comments really, and try to reply to as much as I can, and, you know, feasible time. But yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and see you guys.